Welcome back to the green yard and a beautiful June day today. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona, just on about a third of an acre of property, a little bit over actually a third of an acre of a property, which is rapidly becoming our green yard full of productive flowering, fruiting, plants, bushes, and trees. And today I've been waiting for this video for quite some time, and I am so excited to say that our Bonanza peach tree, dwarf Bonanza peach tree, has fruited this year. I know I recently did a mini stone fruit orchard, which this is our mini stone fruit orchard over here on the side of our yard. Have about 6 stone fruit trees right now. I'm gonna add a few more here in the next couple years. We have 3 varieties of apples: Honeycrisp, our Granny Smith, and our Pink Lady apple, which our Pink Lady apples are almost ready to harvest. We also have a Thompson seedless grape vine back here on the back, which also has about 12 bunches of grapes, which are ready to harvest here probably in the next couple weeks. And then of course we have this beautiful Bonanza peach tree. It is loaded in peaches. It is just covered. All the peaches have changed colors now. Variety of sizes. Some are really big, actually bigger than like our store-bought peaches. There's actually one here that is bigger than my palm. And then we also have kind of the smaller kinds. This one right here is kind of a little bit smaller. But they are ripening. I wanted to actually do a first try on camera, but I couldn't wait. So I've actually harvested about 20 peaches already off this tree that myself and my family have been eating. And I still have probably 30 or so more on here. They like to hide in the leaves. It's one of the things I like about the Bonanza peach trees. Birds don't get to them as much because they are hidden in the kind of looser, floppier leaves of the trees. But I have been harvesting them. They are delicious. I am going to try one on camera for you as well. Let's talk a little bit about growing our dwarf Bonanza peach tree as well as actually harvesting that fruit. Here we go. So here's our dwarf Bonanza peach tree. It really has grown into a beautiful tree in the last year or so. I planted it when it was about 1.5 feet tall, and that was about 3 years ago. I actually put it in at our old house, and then I took it out and brought it here to the green yard. It is doing very well, and it's already put on probably about 6 to 8 inches of growth so far this year. And that's after I trimmed it back, and it is loaded in those peaches, as you can see on here. I mean, here's one right here. This is that big, huge one I was just talking about down here. You know, they're all over the place. Everywhere you look, there's more peaches. And it really is just, it has this crazy abundance this year. This is the first year that it's fruiting, so the fact that it's having such abundance after the first year of fruiting is really quite amazing. So I'm very, very happy with the tree. I know some people don't like our Dwarf Bonanza peach trees just because there are more productive varieties out there. But from what I'm seeing, this one is actually being very, very productive. And I'm super duper happy with how many peaches I'm getting after just the first year of fruiting. I do have this tree under heavy mulch. You can see it on the side. That mulch is to help retain moisture, as well as to help create more of a kind of organically rich soil. So you'll see when I dig down in here, this is what I pull up. It's pretty broken down wood chips. If I go a little bit deeper into the actual dirt, I'm getting into the dirt now. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so our normal soil here is very clay soil, that reddish clay soil. You can see it's no longer that. It's definitely mixed with some more organic matter, and that's really what we want. That organic matter not only is good for the plant, it helps create some nutrients, but it also helps to retain that water. And so for this tree, I actually only water this tree and all of my other stone fruit trees once every 2 weeks. We do get a flood irrigation, but this tree, the flood irrigation actually doesn't reach the tree. So I use a submersible pump, a sub pump, and I actually pump it to the tree. So it does get a deep soak still. But that's kind of what we're looking at for watering. Our peach trees do require a lower pH, so I do have that agricultural sulfur that I add to it to lower that pH. That lower pH helps the tree access those nutrients that are being created both in the mulch as well as in the fertilizer that I add. In terms of fertilization, what I do and what I started doing just last year, kind of springtime last year, is I started to do fish emulsion once a month. So I mix my fish emulsion, and I actually have that in another video. I mix that fish emulsion, and then I do give it to it once a month. And I've seen an explosion of growth and obviously fruit since I started doing that. So definitely make sure to feed your fruit trees. They like food just like you and I do. And then the nice thing is that they end up giving you that food right back in the form of these beautiful peaches. So with our peaches, they one of the really nice things is that they've been ripening kind of in stages. So like I said, I picked actually about 20 so far off the tree. I saw some advice somewhere that if you feel the bottom of the peach, and if it's squishy, the bottom of the peach is squishy, pick it and then let it ripen on your counter inside the house, and that way the birds won't get to it, and you know that it's ripe, it's ready to ripe, it's about to be ripe, but it's not going to be so ripe that the birds are going to be attracted to it. Then it can ripen on your counter. You can actually enjoy that fruit. So I've been doing that. I've been finding and feeling around and feeling the fruit, and then just feeling the bottom to see if it's a little squishy. If it's squishy, then I'll pick it off the tree, I'll take it inside, and that's how we've been enjoying those peaches. I did find one that's actually right on the tree, that is ripe and ready to go. So I'm gonna pick that one, and then we'll go ahead and try it on camera. It's down here towards the base. It's a little bit smaller, of a peach, but you'll see it's maybe a little bit bigger than golf ball size. This one's one of the smaller ones. Like I said, I have ones that are all the way up to, you know, baseball size peaches, which are pretty cool. I'm assuming as the tree gets older, that I'll get bigger and bigger peaches. That's what's happened with our Pink Lady apple tree. The first year it fruited, which was the first year, which was the year we moved in, I had maybe 40 apples or so, but most of them were small. Last year I had a great harvest, more apples, but they were still on the smaller side. This year I would say half of the apples over there are store-bought size apples, which is awesome, and that's you know, the kind that you want. I did thin more this year, both with our peaches and with our Pink Lady apple tree, to definitely allow for more space for those trees to grow. But let's go ahead and try this guy. See him there. Let's see how he tastes. So, very delicious peach there. This one's actually not as sweet as the other ones. You notice the coloring, even though it's soft and it's ripe, the coloring isn't quite as red as the other ones. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Maybe you guys know. But this one isn't quite as sweet, but it's still very good, very hydrating. You know, it tastes delicious. This one's actually one of the more soft ones that I've had, but it's lacking a little bit of that flavor. So I'm wondering, maybe it's because it's a little bit smaller and it was on the bottom of the tree. I don't know. All right, so there we have harvesting our Bonanza peach trees, our dwarf Bonanza peach tree. I really just can't get over the abundance of this tree, and it's just so beautiful. One of the things I love about these Bonanza peach trees is just the leaves, the way they fall down. They actually look very tropical, which I think is awesome. They love our Phoenix sun. This is in full sun all day long until about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a west facing wall behind us, so it just gets baked all day long by the sun. 115, 120 degrees it's been through, doesn't care. First year though, I will tell you, I would recommend that you shade it the first year, give it some time to acclimate. But now that it's big and mature, or getting mature I should say, absolutely no issue with the sun. Cold, same thing, it actually wants our cold, get those chill hours to help produce that fruit. So they're delicious. These fruits are really delicious, and I would definitely recommend getting a peach tree. Maybe not a dwarf Bonanza peach tree, but I have had success with it. So I would recommend getting one. There are also a lot of other varieties out there. I know Florida Prince does really well. That's actually going to be the next peach tree that I add to the green yard. It's going to be a Florida Prince peach tree, because I know they do really well here, and they have huge harvests on like the first year in the ground. So I'm definitely going to do that. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of this peach. And as always, live green, plant lots, and of course have fun. We'll see you next time.